Alright. I slept next to the road last night. Slept right in the middle of all this wild wheat and wild prickly lettuce. Two of their favorite things to eat. Tethered JC on that side with me. Tethered boy to that stake. The T-post. See them. We'll see how long it takes for people to see them this morning. We'll see how long it takes. Because we're not doing anything illegal. We just sleep on the side of the road. In between and the easement on the side of the road. And once I've slept in enough, I think I'll wake up and pick some of these wheat berry heads that are in between the two of them that they haven't picked. And go right back across the street and process that wheat and charge the phone and try to finish putting together, editing these videos. Back at Cantrell. What is this? Back to this Cantrell Park. After sleeping across the street in the middle of the wheat easement next to the road. And I think I cooked my lunch a little much. Can't really overdo in a solar cooker, but yeah, I got a bed of wild wheat berries that I dressed yesterday, and I don't know, I used rosemary and wild rosemary, wild celery seed, and I didn't put any of the foraged fennel in it, left that out, and I put wild prickly lettuce on the left side for my greens. There's really a lack of greens around here. Ooh, these are air crisps. Yeah, there's like no dandelion. I wish I would have used some of those clover flowers. Like a little bit of clover where they sprinkle. Otherwise, it's a really dry area. And then I used the dried sweet peas that I've been gathering and trying to dry out, and I'm gonna grind up into some luscious meals in the future. Yeah. And then on this end, I used in the wheat base, in the wheat berry base, I used cheese rind. I save all my cheese rinds from aging cheese, and I store them in my salt bag. And occasionally I'll smash them up into their powder, and I put it on this side. I put cheese rind, aged cheese rind, basically Parmesan cheese, and then I covered the wheat berries with milk instead of water. Deborah, right there is awesome. Deborah and her partner, his name Pam. They came up and talked to me, and they were really cool. They were really awesome. We had a good conversation for probably half an hour while this was baking, but my phone was plugged in. Otherwise, I would have tried to record it. And Willie's tethered on a short leash because he is insane right now. He got so much wheat and carbohydrates last night that it's like feeding a kid sugar. He's being very difficult to manage. Cheese has a little bit of crust on the outside edges there. Give it some textural difference. Yay. Oh, an amaranth on the top, foraged amaranth. I forgot. I also put the foraged mustard seed on there. And peppergrass seed. And it's slightly spicy. It's awesome. What a beautiful park. Nobody really uses it. I think because they charge money for cars. It's just like $4 just for a car to enter here and park. But it's totally free if you walk in. Yay! I have honey this morning. A lady was walking by with her two large dogs, walking by the easement that we were sleeping on with the wheat and the wild lettuce, and it struck up, and I struck up a conversation with her. She ended up saying that they're bee farmers, and then I offered to work trade for her to fill up my honey container. I told her, this is my honey container. I've been out for like days, and she said she'd ask her husband to see if he needed any help with the hives or anything around the farm. And I told her where I would be. I told her I'd be up here at this gazebo, and she just came up and gave me this. It was like 3/4 full of her honey with the propolis and everything, unfiltered. This so awesome, and it's gonna be enough for 2 of my bottles. I feel so blessed right now. This like my day just got like really good. Oh my gosh, wish I hadn't drank so much of GC's milk. Otherwise I'd be able to have more honey milk. I'm gonna mix in some of this honey with your milk. That's like, milk and honey is one of the best things in the world. It's almost too good. It's like downright addictive. At least honey, your teeth will start hurting if you eat it straight at a certain point. But milk and honey is so good. It's really good. It's a good thing that I have a limited supply of the milk, because otherwise I would that honey would be gone. Mixed in with the milk and down my belly today. Yay! So awesome. So now I got a full charge on my phone, and I'm gonna sit down and edit videos right here. I just made the awesomest condiment ever. I just made foraged wild honey Dijon mustard. I used a base of my sheep's soured milk instead of vinegar, and I ground up my hand grinder these peppergrass seeds that I collected the other day, and I used this family's honey that was just gifted to me today, and I used some salt, sea salt, some wild celery seed, and a little bit of rosemary. I couldn't get the rosemary to grind up very well in my grinder, so there's just a hint of rosemary. But that's fucking awesome. It's awesome, dude. These peppergrass seeds naturally form like a gelatin shell around themselves when you hydrate them, in the exact same way that chia seeds do. So when you grind them up into powder, they create an awesome jelly, like perfect consistency. Just pourable, just like a thick honey Dijon. That's freaking awesome. I can't wait to, incorporate that with whatever and everything I can. I got plenty to make more. And yeah, I know where to forage these, at least back in Ashland, and now I know where to forage them here in the Applegate. So I'm good to go on mustard for the rest of my life around here. Awesome. This is just going to culture more and more, because the base of it is raw milk. So it's just going to get more and more flavorful, more and more pungent, at least. Awesome. I'm excited. I love culinary possibilities. I love